Hi, I'm Harrison Gunn, a BAFTA young presenter, and I am here with Spark UK, a foundation for young people by young people. Now, today we're going to be talking all about self-care. That will mean one thing to me, I'm sure one thing to my fabulous guest, and one thing to you. And my fabulous guest today, talking about doing something you enjoy with me, is the wonderful Jordan Lee. So, hello Jordan, how are you?
I am doing amazing, and that was a lovely introduction, so
Thank
so
you very much, I
thank you.
appreciate that. How has your day been so far? What have we done today?
Do you know what? Today's been one of those days where it's like, I've gone from being on the radio, trying to give away life-changing amounts of cash,
Wow.
to being here with you,
Yeah.
to going ice skating with my family tonight.
I love that. I wasn't expecting that.
It's one of those, and that's the great thing about this job. It's just like, you just do loads of different things, but it's all about, looking after yourself as well.
Routine, I feel like, is a really important thing. Does that exist in your life? If so, what does it consist of?
Harrison, if you can write that down and give it to me,
Yeah,
I will happily take it.
100%.
I try.
Yeah.
I try, and I think it is really important to have like basics, and then when you have a bit more time to look after yourself, that's a
Yeah.
great thing to do. I think, like you said, because things can be a little bit all over the place, it's really hard to really commit to that. But also, I have a partner, I have a dog, so there is some kind of routine
Yeah.
there, which means that you have those responsibilities. So I'd love to say I'm really good and I get up and I do my skincare.
Yeah.
Sometimes I spend 2 minutes in a shower, sometimes
Yeah.
it's 25.
Yeah.
But it's just touching those little points that are like looking after yourself and making sure you do have a routine.
And what about winding down at the end of the day?
Oh my God. So I've kind of tried different things over the years. The one thing that I'm really just loving at the minute is putting on kind of like a unwinding playlist and reading a book. And the thing about reading a book is, as much as I really want to get through the pages, I get about 5 pages in and I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and I go.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing that's really, really worked for me. But also little things like taking your lights down a little bit, making
Yeah.
sure your phone's kind of on charge away from your bed. Those little things have really helped me over time, definitely.
Are there some things that, obviously you keep certain things like, let's say, doing skincare or going for walks on your own or stuff like that. What are some things that you would consider self-care that you like to do with friends or with family?
It's definitely something recently like I've tapped back in with, because sometimes in the job that I do, it can feel a little bit lonely. Being a
Yeah.
presenter, sometimes you're up against other people and, you're fighting for jobs, but we have like a great little group of friends that are all presenters that also understand what's going on and how hard that world is. And I think what we try to do is like at least once every other week, just say we're going to do something together.
Yeah.
Whether that is, something like going for a meal, or maybe it's like doing an activity. I mean, a bunch of us went to climb some trees at Go Ape a few weeks back,
Well, I
and I
wasn't
was
expecting that. I
do
thought
you
you
know
were saying
what I
like
mean?
pottery.
I,
No.
I don't know which one I'd rather at this point. But stuff like that, it's kind of like, it's not, some of it is pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, but other things is just doing things that you just normally wouldn't do with people that you just really like love and you keep close to you. So that kind of stuff really, really helps. So whether it's pottery or going up a tree.
I love that.
Brilliant.
Okay, and then animals I have written down here.
Ooh, okay.
Do you have pets?
I have a little cockapoo called Harley,
Okay.
and she's just turned 1 actually.
Oh,
She's
so
little
a
bunny.
puppy, yeah.
Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
it's different. I don't know whether you had animals growing up.
I didn't,
Ah.
But a lot of people around me
Yeah,
have
had them.
had dogs.
And I think there's something different from, growing up in a family where you have dogs and being able to like give them back, and then actually being in charge of a dog.
Yeah.
And oh my days, for the last year it's been a bit like, woo! But in the end, she gives great cuddles, and I think there's something there. Like it really teaches you about yourself, like when you start looking after pets. But I love her; she's brilliant.
I think the good thing about dogs as well is it gets you out on a walk. It gets you doing like the awkward, like, oh, what's their name? With the people about. Do you find that's a positive thing? It forces you to get up and get out and.
Yeah, it's definitely helped. Number one, get me out and get me walking a little bit more.
Yeah.
But number two, like mental health.
Yeah.
But that exercise helps, but also just having that companion that is there.
Yeah.
Just really, really helps. So yeah, definitely.
Are there any last tips on keeping yourself mentally healthy? Anything you would
Ooh.
tell people?
Do you know what the thing that's really helped me? Always, and it's the thing, is just talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, that is, whether that is with your family, your friends, you know, someone else that is close to you or not close to you. I think it's so important to keep the conversation going, because I think the times when I've felt low and alone and I've reached out to people, that's when like things start to get better. It's not
you just feel slightly lighter.
Yeah, and it's not it's not going to solve problems like that, but it will open that door a little bit more and do that. So yeah, I think that's the thing that I've always stood by, and that's the thing that I tell everyone. So yeah.
Well, thank you very much for chatting to me today.
Thank you.
Hopefully some of those things there will give you some ideas on what you can do to keep yourselves mentally healthy. I absolutely loved that conversation. I hope you did too. So get out there, go and see what the world has on offer, and you never know what hobbies and passions might be around the corner. Thank you.